Today I'll tell you why I'll stick to my BlackBerry and why I think this is the best phone I've ever owned. So I have this phone since a year now and I became a BlackBerry lover in that time because the build quality and all these the features it has make this such an outstanding device, and all these other devices like these Android devices and Apple devices, in my opinion, cannot compete with the BlackBerry. So I'm going to group this video into the outside of the device, so the build quality, like all the buttons it has, and we know it has a lot of buttons, and also into the inside of the phone, so the features it offers, the operating system. So here we go. So the first thing I want to start with is the build quality of this phone. I've dropped it so many times. It has many dings, it has many scratches. To be honest, I really don't care about it much, about like the looks of the phone. Even though I've dropped it so many times, the screen didn't crack and everything works just fine like in the beginning. The bottom part of the phone is made out of plastic, so all these connections get out of the phone, I guess that's why. Like NFC and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all these connections I don't know a thing about. Yeah, and there you can see that the plastic comes through, but the other edges, I think, it makes the phone look just a bit better, because the aluminum, I don't know why, it just begins to look better. One problem the phone has is the back part is made out of like a rubbery type of material, so it scratches very easily. But the great thing is that it won't slip out of your hand. Look what I can do with it. Like, it won't slip out of your phone. Nearly dropped it. Yeah, that's a nice thing about it. Another thing I like about the BlackBerry housing is that on the screen you see a big LED, and this is actually typical, I think, for all the BlackBerry devices that have this red blinking shining LED on the display. So you can change the color of it, and the great thing is you always see it. It's very bright. It can get a bit annoying if you're trying to sleep, or if you're in a car and everything is quite dark in there and you try to drive and it just keeps blinking, but otherwise it's a great thing. The housing is amazing, like the quality. It is very heavy, it feels like a brick. It really can stand a beating, so I think it's great. The next thing I want to talk to is obviously the keyboard and what they call is tool belt. So the keyboard, at first, if you have it the first 2-3 days, it's very weird. It's very awkward to type on, but if you get used to it, you don't want to go back. When I try to type on a screen keyboard, it's so weird, like you cannot type on it. The great thing is that you have the physical keyboard, the clicks, and you stay very productive because you don't want to leave the keyboard, you just want to continue typing. And the great thing is you won't make as many spelling mistakes as you do on a screen keyboard. At least on my BlackBerry Classic that I own, it's great. A great thing about the tool belt is that you have dedicated call, answer, and back and BlackBerry buttons, or the menu button. And another great thing is that you have a trackpad, so you can navigate through the device without even touching the screen. You can just use the trackpad, and I'll get to a great feature about this later in the video. That is something I really enjoy, because the typing is just so quick and easy to do. Another point why I think the BlackBerry is an outstanding device is the operating system. I know with the new BlackBerry they've switched it to Android. I don't really like that, but their thing. Maybe they get more cash flow then. But the operating system is amazing. You have BlackBerry 10 on this device. You have several shortcuts on the screen. If you are just on the start display, where you can see what notifications you have, and you can quickly switch through them to see what messages you have. And a great thing is you don't have to actually press a button to unlock the device. All you do is just swipe up from the bottom and you're in the device. Another great thing is the password lock. They have a really nice safety thing with their password lock, and I dare you to see what my password is if I unlock it right now. And another thing is that the operating system is actually the safest in the whole world. Like Angela Merkel uses BlackBerry, Obama uses BlackBerry, because it's just such a good encrypted OS that you can't get into or hack into. Another thing about the OS is that it's very, very fluid. You can get to everything real fast. You can just swipe up from the bottom to peek and look what messages you have, and just go put your finger to the right and you're in the hub. And the hub is actually like a folder where all your messages get together, and it makes the overview so much better, and you just see what you have in one app. And the great thing is that every app is integrated into the hub, so all your messages get to the hub. You can quickly make phone calls from the hub, you can quickly send messages, WhatsApps, emails and all that stuff. And the great thing is what I wanted to tell you about the trackpad. You can just hold the shift key and scroll down with the trackpad, and how cool is that? You can mark everything and mark it as read or unread or delete it all at once, all you want to do, and I really think that is amazing. And what I've noticed, not too long ago, I made a reservation in a restaurant, and I didn't even know about this feature, but they sent me an email and suddenly it was automatically put into my reminder and calendar, so I knew when I wanted to go to the restaurant. I thought that was amazing. I don't know about you, but this is just the thing that I really like. The camera though, it's not too good. In low light it's very bad, even in sunlight it's not too good. It's very slow, isn't very responsive. That's the thing that they could have made better. In the new Priv they have like an 18 megapixel camera, but in here it's just 8 megapixels. It's not very good, to be honest. What I've noticed is the concern about the apps that you can get on the BlackBerry. Many people think that you can't get any apps, only the apps BlackBerry offers in the BlackBerry World App Store, but that is not true. I actually have a Google Play Store installed on my BlackBerry device. It's like a backdoor thing where you have to go to computer and then install all these apps and files, but I actually have the real Play Store on my BlackBerry device, and because of that I have YouTube, all these Android apps like Apple Music. I have games that I don't play, but you have everything. The only thing that doesn't work is Snapchat, unfortunately, but if you put a little amount of effort into it, you can have all the apps you want, because you can actually run all Android apps. That is an amazing thing. And the great thing is that the BlackBerry apps really work together in some way. And an example is the Remember app. Write down your tasks in there and the BlackBerry will remind you about them. And the great thing is you can make little folders with all your tasks in that. Appointment that I have to go to, and you write it into your reminder and you say, oh, I have to take my documents to it, and you write it down, you say till when you have to do it, it automatically saves it in the calendar, and you have everything organized. And the great thing is it also shows up in the hub, so that's a great thing. I hope that I was able to show you all the features I really love about my BlackBerry, and yeah, I hope this doesn't seem too biased and stuff, but yeah, because everyone keeps asking me, why do you use BlackBerry still? And yeah, that's why. Hope I answered all your questions, and we'll see us in my next video. Bye.